If there's one thing that every single person who goes to the gym can relate to, is that we have all done some very stupid things in our gym fitness journey, okay? For example, when I first started going to the gym, I thought the lateral raises targeted your lats, okay? Yeah, like these guys hit your back. I know I am not the only person who has gone through this, and I want to help any future people out there from making the same stupid mistakes that I did. Trigger warning, I'm going to use the word stupid probably 17 million cajillion times in this video, okay? But there are 5 things that I did that are just unacceptable, that will never be done ever again. So here's 5 things I will never do ever again as a jacked, funny, charismatic, nonchalant, 6'5", 250 pounds, lean, super cute, super fun gym girl. Let's get right into it. Number 1, I will never do a workout challenge ever again, okay? And that goes for like dietary challenges and workout challenges, whatever. I am literally 75 Hard's biggest op. I want the 75 Hard creator to meet me in the ring and try to get her one around with these hands. I cannot stand workout challenges for one reason and one reason only, okay? Just kidding. There's actually a bunch of reasons, but I'm going to give you one right now. They are designed to put you in a position of all or nothing, okay? One of the rules on the 75 Hard challenge is like you have to read 30 minutes of a non-fiction book every single day, okay? First of all, why can't I read my fiction? Like, what if I want to read a fun, nice story? Like, why does it have to be... What if I want to read a manga? Right? Like, what are we saying? Why does it have to be nonfiction? First of all. Second of all, it pushes you from somebody who has never worked out a single day in your life to now you have to hit 2 workouts a day for 75 days straight. You know what you're going to think on the 74th day? Thank God tomorrow's the last day. Then guess what you're going to do on the 76th day? Absolutely nothing, and you're probably never going to do it again. I'm just going to be honest with you. And that's because we as people, we need to be eased into things, okay? There is a very, very slight percentage of the society that can go from 0 to nothing, and it actually is helpful, and they go out and, you know, they keep working out after 75 Hard. They keep reading their nonfiction books. They keep doing all these things, these habits that they want you to do. They keep doing their outside workout, which you obviously don't live in the desert because an outside workout sounds like absolute hell, okay? But some people, they keep it up, okay? But it is so insanely rare to be that 10% of people. So for me, when I think of making a fitness change, it is a lifestyle change. It's not a challenge that has like a start and a finish. Like, okay, like you're going to Vegas. Okay, you start in Texas, you drive to Vegas. It's over, you're in Vegas. No, that's not how it works, okay? When you start fitness, it's the rest of your life, okay? It's not even a journey because there's no destination. It's just like, okay, we're fit now. Like, and we're working towards it every single day for the rest of our life, okay? What I like to do is I like to implement small habits, okay? So if I were to go back in time and I were to be somebody who does not work out at all, I would start with working out once a week, working out twice a week, something tiny, because if you overwhelm yourself, you are not going to be able to sustain that lifestyle, okay? So, moral of the story, any sort of fitness challenge, dietary challenge that takes you from 0 to 100, like keto, you know, like carnivore diet where you're only allowed to eat certain foods, it just causes a binge restrict cycle. Whether it's workout binge and restrict or if it's food binge and restrict, it's better to just implement small things. At least it was for me. Number 2, I will never compare my progress to somebody else's progress. Whether or not we have the same starting point, it does not matter, okay? The biggest reason for this, if you compare your progress to other people's progress, you are 100% going to put yourself in a situation to be very disappointed, okay? Because me, right? I can lose weight at a 1 pound a week, you know, rate, the normal healthy rate, but then somebody else might lose it at 2 pounds a week. Some person might have lost 5 pounds 1 week. That person might be doing a stricter cut than me. I don't know. But if I look at my 1 year progress and I compare it to somebody else's 1 year progress, that makes me want to give up, okay? Because I'm gonna be like, dude, they got so much better progress than me in 1 year. Why am I even doing this anymore, okay? And I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, I've been lifting for 3 months, and this girl's been lifting for 3 months, and she has a way bigger butt than I do. What the heck is going on? And it would make me quit There was so many times, like probably like 5 times, I have started lifting or, just trying to work out, implement healthier habits. And then I'm like, well, my progress isn't as fast as other people's. Then I realized we are not the same. I am not the same as anybody on this entire planet, okay? This girl, she might freaking gain 10 pounds of booty fat in one day, okay? And me, negative 10 pounds in a month. But over time, I'm going to see progress. Just like this girl seeing progress. Maybe she thinks that her upper body gets no progress, right? Everybody has a certain spot of their body that they just cannot stand that it has no progress there. Everybody feels like their progress is not fast enough because as humans, innately, we want things right away. Delayed gratification is so important. Understanding that it is okay for things to take a long time. If you're constantly comparing your progress to somebody else's, you are always going to be disappointed. Moral of the story. And especially because a lot of people be lying online. Some girls they're posting their butt growth in 3 months and it's actually just a BBL. Some men get on in here and they say their 1-year creatine freaking progress. Turns out it's actually their 1-year trenbolone progress. So don't compare your progress to other people. You don't know their life. They don't know yours. There's no point. Number 3, I will never be socially anxious in a gym ever again. I wish I never developed like the social anxiety I had when I first started going to the gym. I wish I never entrenched myself in it. I wish I never went through it, okay? That's easier said than done because some people are just naturally more anxious than other people. I get it. I understand your little balls of anxiety. Wait a minute. Balls. What the fuck? Anyways, I get it. You guys are anxious. I understand. But if you are too nervous to use the weight that you need in order to see progress, how are you going to see progress? You're not using the weights. Like, I would be way too nervous to use the squat rack. How am I supposed to grow big legs if I can't progressive overload my squat because the dumbbells are not heavy enough? There was a time I wouldn't touch the squat rack and I wouldn't touch the dumbbells. So I would wait hours for the Smith machine to be open. What is the point of that? When it comes to social anxiety at the gym, the best thing that's helped me, and even in life in general, as somebody who films herself in the gym as well, which most people frown upon that, it's a little bit embarrassing. I always tell myself, is looking stupid the end of the world? Is it really? Does it really matter if people think you look stupid? Is the world gonna end? Are you gonna die because people think you're embarrassing? Dude, if I walk into the gym and I have a shit stain on my ass, and everybody there saw it, guess what? I still have to live another day and I'm still going to live another day. There's nothing I can do about it. So if I go into the gym and I do the craziest squat form and I look like the stupidest beginner of all time, those people might look at me and laugh and be like, she looks stupid. But that's it. Is that really the end of the world that somebody thinks I look stupid? I don't think I look stupid. I'm proud of myself because I went out there and tried. So don't waste your time with gym social anxiety. Pretend you don't have it. Just smog it. Number 4. I wish I would have done some freaking research in the gym instead of just going in willy-nilly and knowing absolutely nothing, okay? Because we are given every single resource as modern day human beings to look up workouts. Google exists, YouTube exists, TikTok exists, Instagram exists. I literally could have found out every single exercise for every single muscle group, but I was too lazy. I'd rather just doom scroll than actually look up exercises. And I would go to the gym and I'd be like, okay, it's back day. And then I would hit lateral raises, like I said in the intro of this video. I'd be like, okay, it's quad day. And I would do hamstring curls. And that's a problem. It really is, because when you're going in, you need to know what you're doing. It's not just like a free-for-all fest where you just get to do whatever you want and poof, you're gonna be the most muscular person of all time. No, that doesn't happen, okay? You have to be intentional about your training, okay? Training to be the baddest bitch ever of all time, okay? So when you go to the gym, look up what you're doing. Okay, I wanna hit quads. Look up quad exercises. Look up why people do those types of quads exercises, right? And number 5, I will never dirty bulk ever again, okay? This is one of my biggest regrets as a human being in life, okay? Because I started going to the gym and I found all these videos that were it was 2021, by the way. If you were there, you were there. If you know, you know, okay? But I started going to the gym at that time, that's when I started lifting, and everybody was like, bulk, get big, eat so much. Yeah, so if you're on a performance enhancing drug, you can eat a bunch of food and it will only turn into muscle because of the said PED. But if you are just like me, a little 5'2" woman who was already overweight, you don't need to bulk, okay? You don't need to. You don't even need to bulk to gain muscle. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? You don't even need to be in a surplus in order to gain muscle. You can gain muscle as a beginner in your maintenance, okay? But I thought if I eat everything in the entire world, which is pizza, McDonald's, Starbucks, Subway, Chipotle, like, I'll get big. I'll get bulky. No, you know what I got? Fat. You know what gains I got? Gains in cholesterol, gains in blood sugar, gains in probably blood pressure, probably got hypertension at some point. Like, that is what I got out of dirty bulking, okay? So, that is one thing I would never do ever again, is dirty bulk and not pay attention to my nutrition. Ever since actually cleaning up my diet, so many good things have happened for me, okay? I had cystic acne my entire life. Once I fixed my diet, nothing. Nobody ever told me, but if you eat healthy, your skin actually clears up, okay? It actually does. Your stomach, actually the fat starts to come off, okay? Obviously, I'm in a calorie deficit, which is why the fat's starting to come off everywhere. But moral of the story, paying attention to your diet, even without weight loss, okay? Even if I stayed the same way but actually paid attention to my diet, I promise you I would have felt better. I would have looked better. I would have had more energy. So many things, okay? So pay attention to your diet, okay? And that brings us to the end. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what other tips you guys want. Let me know how easy it was for you to sit through this entire video. Let me know how you felt about it, okay? Love you guys.